Welcome to Unhinged Magi! Oh man, the tales we will tell. Yep. The craziness of one trapped by a microphone. Tales of Aria. The tragedy.
Yeah.
Dun,
dun, dun. These came out and they just tanked. I cannot believe how much these tanked.
Oh man.
But you know what? I'm not worried at all. I've bought a decent amount of these beautiful first edition sets. I'm going to be cracking these boxes. I'm going to be building decks out of them.
Well, I bought way more than I could possibly crack. And I paid $174 a box, which is not good according to today's prices.
Yeah, because I think I paid about $175 per box because I bought mine on pre-order also. And so, I mean, I didn't buy as much as you. I got a couple cases of it, but like $175 a box. And this is like one of those cases. It actually showed up with like the sticker of it, like wasn't covering it all the way. So I didn't even have the option of keeping that case sealed because it didn't like come with like the sticker over it. So I figured I'll just take them out because I'm going to open at least like 2 or 3 of these, I think, and just like get the cards and just play with them. But, so yeah, I don't think long term this is like a very scary thing, honestly. I think this is actually an opportunity to buy. Oh yeah,
I think so too. Because it's going to go up as people start playing and then cracking the boxes and that kind of stuff. It's inevitable. So
yep, because you guys, the thing is, it all comes down to this. Flesh and Blood is actually being played. People actually do enjoy the game. They're showing up to these events. They're getting the cards. They're building decks and they're playing them. So that's what it all comes down to. If there was no player base, if these events were like nobody was showing up, that would be a very grim sign.
That would be a very grim sign. Like they had an event, Las Vegas. There was over 1,000 people already there. And that was insane. So people are playing it, and they're going to come to Orlando. We're going to be able to see the group there too.
Yeah. So you're going to the one in Orlando, right?
I would assume. Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah, I'm going to the one in Orlando. That I'm fully planning on. That's November, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Now, did Rudy say if he's coming down or not?
I don't know.
We've spoken to him about it a little bit. I hope he does.
I hope he does too.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah, we'll definitely be out there. I'll have cards to trade. I'll have decks ready to play. I am going to be there with bells on. Yeah. Absolutely. Because this game actually is legitimately fun.
You're literally going to wear bells?
I'm going to wear bells.
That's just freaking weird, man. Don't do that. It's November. Wear a turkey.
Wear a turkey. So yeah, I mean, there's so many aspects about Flesh and Blood that I really enjoy. You know, like the not being mana screwed aspect is really cool.
That's huge. That's huge. And I like the back and forth and that kind of stuff. I'm still
the decision tree is definitely very deep.
Yes.
This guy's mind. This is deep. It went really deep on this last one.
That's what she said.
There he goes.
But yep. And so I've been buying the hearts as well, making sure, I have a couple of those to go around. That's going to be good. That's actually gone up in price recently.
Yeah, I think people lose sight of how rare those fabled cards actually are, even in unlimited print. They're pretty rare.
There's tons of unlimited out there, so I'm not too worried about it. The price might come down again. Mm-hmm. So make sure you sell your hearts.
But no, seriously though, like it is. I was honestly amazed at how the price actually pulled back on the Tales of Aria, because like the Monarch came out and had a big push up.
Yeah.
Tales came out and went exactly the opposite way.
Yeah.
And I think this is just going to be yet another one of those moments where like a little bit down the road, people are like, oh my God, I totally should have bought that.
Yep. And I totally shouldn't have sold that.
Yep.
Then they'll be doing that.
Yep.
But that's okay. That's okay, because another person's loss is another person's gain. Mm-hmm. Is that the way we should look at it?
I think so. Unfortunately for them. But, I also like that Flesh and Blood removes the guilt. Like, if you're going to buy first edition boxes, you don't have to have any guilt that, like, I've removed them from players' hands, because...
Right now, there's tons of them out there.
Yeah, you can just go... Like, I mean, eventually Unlimited will come out. And anybody who wants to play the game can just buy Unlimited, probably buy it for very cheap, and they can just play the game just fine.
Exactly.
So you're not preventing anybody from actually playing it by buying first edition boxes.
And right now, you should buy those Tales of Aria first edition boxes because they're so cheap at the moment. And have they announced when they're going to release Unlimited?
I haven't heard anything about it.
Didn't they release Monarch with Unlimited last time?
The Unlimited came pretty close after the Monarch first edition release. I haven't heard anything about the Unlimited on this one. But I mean, if I was them, I wouldn't even bother with the Unlimited because the prices on these are like low at the moment.
Well, that makes sense.
So I don't know. Who knows how that's going to go. But long term, Unlimited is eventually going to come out.
Yeah, these will dry up.
And then people are going to be like, oh, I could have bought a first edition box for $120.
And now it's back to 174, and I'm like, yes, break even.
Honestly, you guys, I don't think you get it. If this game takes off, like it seems like it's already doing, then these are going to be like several $1,000s a box.
Oh, I don't know about that. How many years for several $1,000s a box?
What would you have said at their initial release of Welcome to Wrath?
Well, that's different. We're talking about the first edition, right? The first one that came out. So there's a smaller print run on that. And that kind of stuff. So that has a little bit more of a lag.
Well, it's like half the print run, right? I think the Welcome to Wrath is like half the print run of like Monarch or something.
Yeah, but we're talking about, this is Tales of Aria. How long do you think before this even makes it to $1,000 box?
Honestly,
Crucible went up to 1,500 and then came crashing on back down.
It's really volatile. So I think like I could see it honestly going like a couple years and then like just barely moving up or staying flat. Or I could see something happening and people being like, oh my gosh, those are rare. And then rushing in and then like $1,000 a box just bam, just goes. I could see it doing either of those two directions, honestly.
I don't see it doing, well, maybe. If there's a large flood of people into Flesh and Blood, like a large flood.
Yeah.
Then, yes, I would see that.
It all depends on the number of people playing it. It all comes down to that.
Yeah. And from what I understand, I haven't opened up any boxes of Tales of Aria yet. And I will be soon. But from what I understand, this is one of the best sets that they have made.
Yep.
Like, from what I understand, it's better than actually the first edition Flesh and Blood. I think it's supposed to be really well balanced and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to when I'm going to start cracking these.
Yeah, me too, because I want to do the Frostbite, I think it is. Because it's going to slow the other person down, and I think that's fantastic.
Another thing that I'm thinking about doing...
Pay extra energy.
Yeah.
They have to pitch a lot more stuff just to do one thing.
I'm actually planning on doing the same thing with Flesh and Blood that I do with Magic, in that... I'm going to try to have play sets of all the cards in like a collection and then take the extras and sell them off. So, play set for Flesh and Blood is 3 of each like card in each color. So I'm going to try to do like the same kind of thing, have like an organization kind of like I have in the drawers over there, but 3 of each card in like each color, except for the ones of course that don't have a color. Like, the Fableds don't have 3 colors. They just have one. But the point is like have like play sets of everything. So, and then everything else becomes trade stock.
Blue, pink, and yellow?
Blue, red, and yellow. But pink was a misprint, right?
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, for the Welcome to Wrath. So, that's my plan, actually. And so, one reason I buy, like, extra boxes is so, like, I'll probably open, like, at least 2 boxes. And I'll get my commons, uncommons covered. Rares, I'll get a decent amount. But then I can go into the market and I can start snapping up singles, and I can use other boxes that are still sealed.
Make sure you use the TCG Player.
Yep. And I can use the other boxes that I bought that are still sealed eventually, sell those boxes and take that cash and put that into the missing singles that I don't have. Go pick up like, your Tunics and your Arctic Skull Caps and all those other cards and stuff like that. That's pretty much my plan, basically. I'm going for play sets, exactly like I do with Magic, right?
Exactly. I'm going to follow his plan because he's going to keep me organized.
Okay, there we go. I'm going to stay organized.
At least I'll try.
So yeah, like, people are panic selling it right now.
Oh.
Not me.
Big time panic selling. Oh
yeah.
My gosh.
Yeah, not me, man. Not me. I'm going to be snapping them. Every time I've got disposable cash, I'm going to be buying a little bit more.
Oh, yeah.
Until those things, all those first edition are just like bought up. Which is funny because I figured a lot of my collection is going to be unlimited. I figured out, especially for like Welcome to Wrath and Arcane Rising and everything. But, maybe not. Yeah, maybe I'm actually going to be getting just first edition from here on out. Yeah. If people keep doing stuff like this. So I have all these first edition cards.
We can just hope so.
Yeah, we can hope so. Yeah, keep panic selling, guys. Good plan. Thank you.
Yeah, it helps out. It helps us out.
Okay, you guys have a good day.
Have a good one, guys.